But don't forget, after I say something in general, I'll be like, yo, this is not 100%. Don't take this personal. I'm just saying how other people view it. Like, I go with the percentages. Like, the percent. Okay, if you go with the percentages of what projected of a certain situation, then you will understand it. Like, when women say men ain't shit, I can take that personally if I understood they're talking about the percentages. All men ain't shit, just the niggas you choose in your life ain't shit. So therefore,
no, all men ain't shit.
You're making bad decisions in the dick that you choose to ride.
The men's I fuck with are great, but men ain't shit.
Hey kings, queens, and in-betweens, this is Connie Taylor with Todays Tmrrw, and I'm here with Pop the Bully.
It's Pop, know what I mean?
Tell them where they can find you.
Some people call me Pop, some people call me Bully, but you can definitely find me at Showtime Bully. Is exactly how it sounds on IG. Showtime Bully. Follow the Misfit Mob YouTube page. Follow the Misfit Mob IG page. Follow the Misfit Mob Facebook page. Content, everything that you can find is on there. With the Showtime Bully. Welcome to Bully season.
And tune in every Thursday at 9.
At 9 at DTF Radio.
For now.
Just for now, we got some things planned, but for now we're on DTF Radio. Shout out to DTF for giving us the opportunity. With DTF Radio at 9, from 9 to 11, you can catch us on IG Live. You can catch me on Showtime Bully on the live, the Facebook Live, and also we drop footage every week on the YouTube page, Misfit Mob Radio on YouTube. Link in, subscribe. We have amazing content. It's different from every other podcast or radio show you've seen. So, of course, we appreciate all our followers, all our friends, and everybody that support. Thank you so much.
So, I have some questions for you. I kind of want to know, like, where it all started for you. So,
where radio started, or
just you.
Okay. So,
outside of work, you.
So, I was born actually in literally Sumter, South Carolina.
Sumter.
Yes. So.
How far is that from Charlotte? I mean, no, not Charlotte. St. Matthews.
That's literally probably not too sure, 2 or 3 hours.
Hours? It's in the boonies?
Yes, so Sumter is a couple, I would say it's an hour from the capital, Columbia. It's very small. So that's where I was born at. I was born in the South. Literally in the South.
Did you grow up in the South?
I born in the South. From around the ages of 5 to 6, I moved to Miami. I lived in Miami for about 2 or 3 years. Moved from Miami back to Sumter, South Carolina. Moved from Sumter, South Carolina to the South Bronx. From the South Bronx, I moved to East New York. From East New York, moved to Southside Jamaica, Queens. From Southside Jamaica, Queens, moved back to the South Bronx. From the South Bronx, no. From Jamaica, Queens, I moved to Harlem.
Hey.
From Harlem, I moved to the South Bronx. From the South Bronx, I moved back to Harlem. From Harlem, I moved.
So why'd you move around so much?
So, I'm the oldest of 8. Oldest of 8 parents. I've moved so much. I've lived upstate New York. I lived in Yonkers, uptown Bronx, Harlem.
So you're accustomed to moving around.
Change doesn't bother me. I'm comfortable in change. I've had to adapt my entire life. Being born in the South and having to adapt to every situation that you come into. I've learned at that early age that you are who you are. My environment changes, but I still am who I am.
You're the only constant in all of that.
Exactly. So you learn to be comfortable in what you are, no matter what you come against. It's it doesn't matter. I am who I am. So I'm used to everything changing. So I'm comfortable in change. Chaos doesn't bother me. Shit can be going which way and I'm still okay. It's gonna calm down. It's not gonna go forever. So I'm chill.
So you've used that life experience as a catalyst to be great in whatever situation that you're in.
Yeah, so I'm comfortable. I go to a different neighborhood, I'm fine. I'm comfortable. Alright, cool. Because it's I've learned in every neighborhood, every part of the world you go to, you have the same type of people. People react to the same. It's just it may be a different lingo, different accent, this corner store may be different from this one. This spot may be different from this one. The person that runs the neighborhood may be different from this one. But everything is different. But you are the only constant in any situation that you go into. The only thing that you can control is yourself. You can't control how other people react. You can only control how you react. Right. So I've used that as in I'm perfectly fine wherever I'm at. Any room I walk in, anything I do, like, okay. Like,
so do you use that into like what you do now?
Yeah, like I'm not.
You bring that into.
I literally bring like bully season is literally built around that. It's like it no matter like whatever I walk into, whatever I do, I am me. Like I'm here, okay. And it's not about being brass and being over the top and being everything. You see confidence. Cockiness bothers you. Confidence grabs your attention. You see cocky, you like he's stuck up. But you see somebody, this is why the quiet person that's in the room that looks confident will always get their attention. Like, yo, who that's in the back? Like, they quiet. The person in the front that's trying to do all that, they pay them no attention. Person in the back that's confident, that's chilling, you want to know who that is because there's confidence.
And it's a level of mystery. I feel like a lot of people love mystery. Things that they don't like, learning more things about the stuff that they don't.
Yeah, like I've learned, like I don't attempt to be seen. Like, people do shit to be seen. I don't do shit to be seen. I'm just seen because you
just off rip.
Yeah, or just off the rip. Like if you see me on radio, you're like, okay, Pop got on Jury today. Pop got on this. I'm literally like you can ask G anything on the show. Like they like, nah, this is literally Pop
every day,
all the time. Like if we're going to, if we like, yo, we going to the park to play ball, and Pop pulls up to play ball, he has to take off Jury before he plays ball. I'm not doing it because trying to be seen. I'm doing it because just I like to put it on. Like I'll be in the house.
This is not everyday jewelry.
Yeah, like if you know anybody knows me, I'll be in the house with a robe on and like all jewelry on in the house.
In the house, who gonna see me?
I'm not doing it for nobody.
Cause I'ma see me. I'm gonna look by the mirror, and if you look by the mirror, like hold up, where's my jewelry?
Like this me. I'm vibing on my own. Like I'll vibe by myself. I'll vibe. So it's like I've just learned like different changes and different things. Like I've been comfortable with myself more and more. So
that has a heavy level of importance to you.
Yes, like I have to vibe by myself at some point in time.
So do you need? All right, okay. So now this is kind of contradictory. So you said you'd be good in chaos, but at the same time you got to vibe by yourself. Are you trying to say you are a vibe by yourself, or are you saying that you have those times where you need to vibe by yourself?
I am a vibe by myself.
Okay.
But also it's so because even though I'm comfortable in chaos, I'm also human. So we have this thing where it's like you like in any human, anybody, you will take on so much shit at a point in time that you don't know you're taking on. Unconsciously, right? So if you don't release the energy, chill, relax yourself, you'll implode without you even knowing. This is why self-relaxation, self-isolation is extremely important. Most people don't even understand that. Like when you're overly stressed, people continue to go out and party. Like when you need something to do, like you ever go to a party and you don't feel fulfilled, like you come back home, you're like, I'm tired. Like that's because you haven't spent any time to yourself.
Being social takes a lot of energy.
Exactly.
Some people thrive off it though, but
I think they're just hiding what they need. Like you ever just worked all day, had a long work week, come home, throw your phone, take a bath, some wine, put on some TV. You haven't.
You don't want to touch. You don't want to be social. You don't want to see another person. You don't want to hear from another person. You don't want to see nothing on their social media. Just time.
You notice for the last 6 hours you haven't spoken a word.
It's a beautiful thing.
Is that so? It's like you have to at some point you have to vibe. Like you are your vibe. You got to vibe by yourself. I'll come home, crack a bottle of Moet, crack some brown, crack some Henny. I light my hookah pipe. I'll go on YouTube. I'll either watch a whole bunch of 90s R&B. Like I'll play like on YouTube.
A playlist.
Yeah, playlist, Bobby Brown, Janet Jackson, like old videos playing and I'm really sitting there relaxing, or I'm watching The Fresh Prince or Martin or All in the House. Like
So that's how you vibe.
I just really just be
I like that
vibing.
vibe. That's a chill ass vibe.
It's a chill, and then you like it's like all right, let me go to bed, but then you've like
reset.
Yeah, you re-energize yourself. So now you're able to go out. You can't just continue taking in this bad energy over and over again.
I had a question for you, but now I have another question. So do you feel like that's what more people should do?
I think more people should take time
And
for themselves.
do you also feel that other people don't take that time, that's why that's the cause of a lot of people's issues?
I think people don't. So, and this is only between me and me getting growth and me being mature. I think some people don't take the time with themselves because when you take time with yourself, there's multiple things that happen.
You gotta face yourself.
You have to face yourself. You either don't know who you are or you're not happy with who you are.
That's the issue.
It's hard to be around somebody that you don't like, and if you just don't like yourself, you're not gonna be by yourself. It's a difference between being like lonely and loneliness. It's two different ideas. I have no
Some
problem.
people could be in a room full of people and still be lonely.
And that's it. Like we don't take time. Like we don't take time to ourselves. So the point is, like, sometimes you literally just have to. It's okay to press the pause button. It's fine. Like time goes on, but we don't attempt to do that. And like
Because I don't feel like people see the importance in that though. Because they always on the go. I feel like, and don't get me wrong, people died during this pandemic, but this was a time that people needed to stay still for one moment.
I think the world needed this pandemic.
It was definitely necessary.
Like if you see people like, I love a party. I love a good time. Like I'm off. Like I'm joyful. Like I'm off. I'm enjoying. I can do it by myself. Like literally, if anybody actually knows me, they know if they call my phone, they'll be like, "Yo, Pop, what's going on? Like it's lit. Like where you at?" I'll be like, "I'm by myself.
I'm in the house right now.
I'm outside in the car, sunroof open, cigar lit, cup, and I'm vibing. I'm chilling. If you good, then I'm good. Like because I can enjoy chilling by myself. Like people don't know who they are. I don't have time to deal with people's demons. I'm comfortable. Like, I got my own demons I gotta deal with. I don't need your demons dancing with my demons. Like let my shits dance by themselves. So it's like we don't take time to ourselves. So I'm comfortable wherever I'm at. Like I'm still comfortable wherever I'm at, but I also suggest for people to take time in themselves. Like even on the show, a big part of the show, which a part of the show of me writing the show and coming up with concepts is we joke, we laugh, we do everything, but at some part I need to have a substance and I need to enlighten people on self-growth, awareness, and like a big, huge part of a lot of I talk about is like black relationships. Like that's a big part. Like black relationships, men, women, father.
Bring back the black family unit.
Yeah, like father, mother, father, daughter, father, mother, like wife, like really, even as in our generation, as in just plain relationships. Like it's important. That's important to me. I made many mistakes in my life. I don't want people to make the mistakes I've made in my life.
Right.
So a lot of the shows I write, it like if you've even watched the shows for the last couple of weeks, like it's been serious topics, and we've gotten to the point where I can get them off in a comic way, but they still understand
It still hit.
It's dead ass. Like they like that was some good fucking.
The delivery was like, but I got the message that was
coming
coming
because you can
across.
fucking relate, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I can talk about the deal between your mother and the daughter, where the mother beat the daughter ass, and she called the church, but like, yeah, I just had to whoop her ass, and then she like, okay, you hungry?
You hungry?
She's wrong, but you never apologize to your child because you was wrong.
The traumas, people gotta heal.
So it's like, okay, you understand that, you're laughing, I got my ass beat, but then you like, damn, you right, the apology. So it's like, I try to, when I write it, when I deliver it, I try to make sure it's an equal balance when it's coming across.
So how much time do you spend on writing
So here's the weird part about it, and most people may not believe this, and they may think I'm nuts, but I think Leak knows this. Ninja, I think Ninja is starting to get this now. It's literally like I have a gift. It's literally off the top of my head. Like I can literally be sitting there thinking like I'll come up with a topic. I'll be like, okay, this is what the show is about. But I'm doing so much during the week, like I'm chopping footage. G's hitting me with ideas, making sure everything is off. So by the time Thursday get, I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't get the chance to write out what I got. Like I'll jot down ideas and I'll jot this down and I'll jot this down. And when I'm driving in, I'm thinking. If they notice when I get to the show, I open the laptop, I'll open the notebook up, and I'll jot. And there'll be like 4 sentences. And G be like, the show's written. I'll be like, yeah. And then be like, what you got? I'll be like, don't worry about it. Like, notepad good.
Follow my lead.
And then, look, and then when
Follow my lead.
the show started, we go off, it's, They be like, eh? I'll be like, yeah, the shit, like, I had it in my head, but I had to make sure it flowed correctly the way it went out. Yeah, like, I had A to G, but I had to go E first, C, G, then A. Like, I had to split it like that. So it's all about the show, and what it's written about is feeling. I don't force nothing. I don't try to pinpoint nothing. I don't care what went on in society today. Like
unless it makes you mad. Unless you're passionate about it.
Yes, and then I'll just touch on it, and then I'll go off.
Okay.
Because I don't want to feel like, okay,
it's following the trend.
Yeah,
everybody else talk about this.
Yeah, I definitely don't do that. But some shows, if I have the time, I'll write it during the week. If I'm rushing, I literally mentally write the show between 9 o'clock and 9:15. And I think, and
it's been hitting, so.
And I think they be like frightened and confused because they don't know what's about to happen. They have no clue what's about to happen. And I be like, I got it. And they be like, we don't know nothing. But then at the end of the show, they be like, yo, that was some good fucking content. That was a good ass show. Like I didn't even know you had it. Like I told you, I got it.
I told you, you ain't listen.
And I'm never worried because I'm like, I got it. Like I'm just cool. Like all right.
So speak to the importance of having people around you in a team setting that allow you to do things on the fly. Because in a lot of instances, that's not the case.
I think so. The way I think trust is actually earned. Trust is always earned. So I think at first, even when it comes to League, when it comes to Ninja, when it comes to G, I move in such an abstract way. Like I know I'm moving in an abstract way. So I know it may absolutely be confusing sometimes. Because I may be doing this, but you have no idea what's about to happen. And because I can be off the leash sometimes, they'll be absolutely fucking nervous about what's about to happen next.
Like you about to lead us off this cliff?
Yeah, they be like,
we about to jump?
Like,
I don't know.
Like, about to do. Like so.
You ain't even know I had the bungee cord.
So they've gotten to the point where they literally trust me now. Like they'll call me if I'm doing something, like Nika FaceTime me. I'll be like, all right, I got it. I'm here. I'm like, all right, I got it. He be like, all right. Like he won't even bother me. He'll just leave it. Yeah, he won't question it. Ninja called me. Ninja was on the phone with me last week, and she's on the phone with me, and I'm doing 1,000 things at one point. Like I'm doing 1,000 things. Like I'm here, I'm there. Like I'm just moving. Like she hit me, I'm cursing, I'm doing this. I'm like, I apologize, Ninja. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and she's talking. And she
Are you taking this in at the same time?
She probably don't know. Yeah, she probably don't know. And I'm like, I apologize. She's still talking, but then it stopped, and I repeated back everything she simply said to me. Like, okay, this, and that. She's like, okay, Pop, we're fine. And then everything will be handled. So it is. So that's why I say I work in chaos. I work fine. I hear everything you're saying, but everything else that's going on around me, I gotta get it. So it's like, okay, when it comes to like they have no worry about the show being written. Because they know I'll switch it last minute. And it's all about a feel. Like it has to be a feel. I'm not gonna force a show. I don't care what Nicki Minaj did this week. I don't care if Gucci Man is skinny now. Like
that's his business.
Like how like we'll touch on it here and there because it is urban news. But how does that like if I can give you something to make you better for the week or make you think, then I've done my job.
So that's the takeaway that you want for all your listeners.
Yeah. So they trust me now. They trust the chaotic process because they know it's gonna get done. Because they know, like, out of everything that I do, if you call me, you say, Pop, I need this done, it's gonna get done. So they've learned to trust me, and then they know if I'm about to go off, like, yeah, if I'm about to lose it, like, they're like, oh yeah, this is, because it's like, okay, if I can do it in the midst of chaos, everybody else should be able to do it. I don't care, bro. I don't really.
So, do you push that same mindset on people that are around you, not even just like that your immediate team, but in general, like people in general that you come across, like, okay, now you're making excuses, etc.
Nah, I don't. So everybody lives their life different. Everybody do everything. Everybody does everything different. My thing is just say it. If you can't do it, you don't have time to do it, you don't want to do it, just say it. Can't do that. All right, cool. Like I told you, whoever you are,
be the best version of you.
Yeah, if you can't do it, do it. If you a clown, be the best fucking clown you can be. Put the shoes on.
But I'm gonna stay away from you. Okay.
Yeah, but like you know,
at least I know what I'm getting myself into, so I can move accordingly.
Exactly. You can honk the nose, like with the shoes on, have the little water flower, do whatever you want to do. Be the best fucking clown you can be. But I don't like clowns, so you just not gonna be.
Just not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna
so I respect it, but it's just not for me. You always respect somebody. Like, you see a fuck boy and he a fuck boy, you be like, you know what? I respect because he showed he a fuck boy, but I just don't fuck with fuck boys, so you can go over there. Just be who the fuck you are. Like, respect it. I mean, so that, like, I just work like that way. That shit don't bother me.
So have you ever come across a time where you had to ask for help?
So I have a hard time asking for help.
I knew it.
So I don't. So Ninja told me 2 weeks ago. She said, "Pop." She said, "Pop, you can't be doing everything by yourself." I don't notice I'm doing everything by myself. I'm saying this shit. But when she said it to me, I didn't argue back with her. I said, "You right. All right, you got it." She was probably surprised I didn't go back and forth with her.
So is that a humbling experience in itself?
Nah, it's not.
So it's just like on to the next.
Because
it's
I'm
like
not,
okay, you got it, and on to the next.
I'm
but
not.
Then that means you're gonna continue to try to do things by yourself, and then
It's a bad, like, I'm not overly. I know I'm not overly cocky about it. I know I'll take on more work than I have to because I'm just moving.
Just to get it done.
Shit has to get done.
Somebody gotta do this shit.
You gotta do it. And they know, they like, but once they come, they'll take the responsibility. I won't worry about it. See, if you grab it and I don't gotta worry about it, I won't worry about it.
Unless you show me that you are not competent with that.
But if you take it and then I have to come back to it, then there's a fucking problem. Like, okay, you said you could do it, why have you do it? But like my team, like they literally do everything. Like me and G, when me and G's working, G's like, I'll record, I'll handle this, you do this, you do that. I'll take it. Because if I said I'm gonna take the responsibility, I'm gonna take the responsibility that if it works or if it doesn't. And I've learned that through my life, especially when it comes to this, when it comes to the station, and when it comes to us. If I say I'm gonna do it and it doesn't work out, I don't blame nobody. I take full responsibility. That was my fault.
But do you rather delegate the responsibilities, or somebody has to take it? What are your feelings on delegating responsibilities?
So it's a mixture. So okay, say we're booking something, right? And we're doing the situation as in we're planning an event. And we'll say, yo, I got this idea for an event and I got such and such. And somebody say, oh, I know a couple venues. So apparently you're handling the venue situation.
Once you've spoken up, now that's your task.
That's it. Then somebody be like, oh, you know what? I know somebody that does food. Okay, so you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that. So therefore, you grabbed what you had to do. If you didn't say, and if I do it, I'm like, nah, I'll find a venue. I'll do shit like that. But if you said it, then that's your plan. And if you come back and I'm like, yo, what about the venue? You be like, I thought, fuck you was talking about.
So how forward are you in expressing your likes and or dislikes?
Oh, no, I'm direct. You know from the jump. Like if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I like it. There's no in between. That's one problem with me working with people. Like if I don't like you, I just don't like you.
There's no turning back.
And it's not because it's not that I don't like people because I just don't like people. People characters are like I don't like snakish,
underhanded.
Yeah, type of like.
If I gotta think twice about you, I'm gonna have.
Yeah, like
you know?
Okay, if you see a woman and you gotta think, is that a man? That's probably. Hold up, do we gotta edit that out?
No.
Let's edit it out.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Keep going.
All I'm saying is if you got, all I'm saying is if you got to question something
Absolutely.
at a major point, then that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? But that's it's not 100%. Shit is different. You know what I mean? If you're in a relationship and they say something to you and you question it, then y'all have trust issues. Y'all need to possibly work on your trust issues.
That or head out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how it pretty much is, and I've been there.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time. Did you enjoy this?
I had fun today.
Did you?
I had fun. Ninja, what was I didn't say nothing crazy,
We
right?
just gotta edit out that last part.
She just got some editing.
We're just gonna edit out that last part. And we're gonna put, you can put this part in, but you're gonna edit out that last part.
I didn't say nothing crazy though.
You didn't.
Overall, what's the takeaway that you want everybody, like all the audiences, to understand about you? as a
Understand?
person?
So, my goal when it comes to the Misfit Mob, radio, or anything, is to honestly make a change within the way the black community, neighborhood. I'm trying to make the black neighborhood conform to a community. We're not a community because we're not together.
At all.
So, black men respecting black women respecting black men, the growth and maturity of black men in this society, the family dynamic. Like, I joke, I laugh, I have fun, but a lot, if they know the direction of the show and a lot of the content has been on black mental health, black growth, and just my people in general. Like, just be an absolute community. I want people to be a community at the end of the day. Like, we're
With
gonna,
our people. Though.
yeah, our people. Like, we gonna fuck up. We gonna do wrong.
Just acknowledging it.
But let's make a fucking effort. Like, it's just make an effort. Like, you're gonna have an argument with your girl, and she probably gonna smack you, and you gonna push her, and you gonna shake her. But that's.
That shouldn't be the end all be all. Like, okay, we can't be together because we didn't have.
But it's a typical, but understanding like the whole. Like, gee, I'm using more time. I'm gonna fuck with you. Like,
I know you.
like even if we go into the Tory and the Meg situation, okay. If you notice, there's a split in our own people. Meg came out and said what she had to say. Did she lie? We don't know. Was she wrong? We don't know. Tory came out, he dropped the album. It's good music. He makes good music. But what people have to understand is he's wrong.
Speaking in his truth though.
But here's the look, he's speaking in his truth, but in the society that we living in, all you doing is highlighting the disconnect between a black man and a black woman. Regardless of what you did, black men, you have like, if we are the head, being the head is not always being right. Sometimes you're the sacrificial goat for shit that you have to do. So sometimes you just have to take that fucking L. We saw Chris Brown take the L. Chris Brown was wrong, he took the L, and then he moved on with it. Like, you didn't have, like, even if you were wrong or you was right. Like, I don't understand what the fuck the situation is, have to be about
Nobody
it.
really
Okay.
knows. You have to be there.
First of all, it was one person in the car, 2 people in the car, 3 people in the car. Now this shit turned to the Royal Rumble. There's mad people in the car, and it's like, okay, if one person in the car, one person got a gun, one person got shot or ricocheted going to the hospital, what the fuck happened? We not dumb. Nigga, you shot. So if it was just, like, you could have done the album, but you could have just simply either apologized in private or let the shit go.
Or put it on record for yourself or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand, like, and that's why I understand speaking for your truth. But it's like, in the society, climate, like, we have to understand the climate that we're in when it comes to society. Like, it can be right, but it's not right in this climate.
Right, not now.
Yeah, it's just not
So
now.
that's the overall takeaway.
That's typically, like, I just want us to be better in a general statement. And it's a process. I'm getting better. I'm learning to be better. I still make mistakes. I'm fucking nowhere near perfect. I'm down near borderline psycho. But
At least you know.
yeah, and I'm cool. But it's like, we just have to, I just want us to be better, and I try to preach that, be better, be a community. We're just a neighborhood now, be a community. And everything will be good. But that's typically, I just want us to be better.
Please, everybody go follow Pop.
I mean, I need my followers up. Yo, Lee, I need the Atlanta followers up.
So we're gonna post this on
what I mean? I'll be down to ATL soon.
Lit.
Gang.
Alright. And we'll catch you next time.
Yo, it's Papa Bully, Showtime Bully, Moet Bully, Penny Bully, all that. But yo, it's been a blessing. I thank you so much. But of course, we out of here.